Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Curiosity Exchange podcast. I am your host, Ish Berry, and my guest today, you know her, you love her, and if you ever heard her speak, you know she's definitely got an opinion. Joining me today is Houston entertainer Miss Blue, and we're diving head first into some of the biggest stories and hottest topics making news right now. From social media debates to national headlines, nothing is off the table. Whether you agree with us, disagree with us, or land somewhere in between, our goal is simple. Have a real conversation about the issues people are talking about. Let's get into it. This is the Curiosity Exchange podcast, and here is Miss Blue.
All right, man, you better speak that. For real, that was good. That was a real good introduction. I like that.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I've been working on my introductions, the ones I did for Asha and this other female bodybuilder from back in the day. They were like, "Oh, damn!" Like,
yeah, he's good.
They were Shannon Sharp. I was like, "I'm trying."
For real, Shannon who?
I'm trying. I'm trying to get like, shit.
Yeah.
Before we begin, because you and I just haven't seen each other in a long time, so what have been keeping you busy lately?
Man, like, life be lifing. Like, I started a new job, and not only just a new job, I started an entire new career field.
Nice.
I went from oil and gas into insurance.
Okay.
And insurance is a different type of beast.
Of course.
So just learning it, and you know how I get when I am focused and zoned in, it's kind of like I cut the outside world off. Mm-hmm. But my close friends, I still be talking to y'all, telling y'all what's going on.
Yeah.
But I be like disappearing into the abyss. I had to learn a lot. I went through a rigorous training. So it's been rewarding. And then I have switched cars, so I ended up getting me something new, a new whip.
Nice, okay.
Man, it's been a lot
nice.
of stuff going on. Yeah, like I'm telling you, like I just been really just busy.
Yeah.
The kids are out of school now. Skylar, just started doing virtual school this year.
Okay.
So that was time consuming and a lot to get used to. So I just been like doing my thing. Like I said, life be lifing.
Gotcha. Okay. So how would you describe this chapter of your life compared to 5 years ago?
Ooh, you know what? 5 years ago, I'm definitely a different person. Like I'm still that hustler and that go-getter, but I think that I'm just more like buckled down now. I think that I was really 5 years ago. I was doing a lot of things for others. Mm-hmm. And if you remember, I was on a lot of projects for other people.
That's true, yeah.
And every time my phone rang, it seemed like I was always like, oh, I got to go do this, or I got to go help somebody do this.
Yep.
This year, it's been all about me. Not saying that like other people don't matter, like my kids and stuff and my family. I'm saying like I have focused on the things I like to do, I need to do. Yeah. I've been writing my movie that I'm writing. I'm super excited about that. Then I found a way to get funding for it. I've been doing research. I've been doing like just a lot of things that has something to do with my future.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, life has definitely changed since 5 years ago. I mean, I'm definitely in a whole different mind frame, but I'm able to think now. I'm in a better space, I feel.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. And what's something people think they know about Miss Blue that isn't true?
Do y'all even know me? I mean, I don't know, cause I'm a private person. Like you don't know nothing until I tell you anyway.
Yeah. Well,
so I don't know if you're thinking that you know me just because we've had a brief passing by or you've been on a set with me. Then I mean, you might know like. I like to say I'm a cordial person and I could talk to anybody.
Yeah. But
just to say you know me on a personal level, there's not a lot of people that can say that. Okay. But yeah, so I don't know. Whatever you think you know, if you didn't hear from me, you don't know.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you was gonna say if people think your ass is fake, but yeah, it worked.
You know, I mean, that's life. Like I said, I've been accused of it for so long. At this point, I don't get mad. I laugh. I just be like, oh, okay. Tell me something new. Like I just want them to be a little bit more creative. That's all.
Fair enough.
That's the goal.
All right, moving on to the meat and potatoes of this episode. I want to start off first with fan questions. One fan did write in, as I announced earlier this week that you were coming on. And they wrote, What is Miss Blue's thoughts on poly relationships?
Oh, I'll probably whip my man ass if he asks me for one.
Damn.
I don't play that. Like, I'm a very selfish girl. Like, I didn't even have to share growing up. So, like, to have to share my man, like, that's something so sacred for me.
Yeah.
It's like, it's mine, don't touch. You know what I'm saying? So, kudos to the people who are poly. You know, I've interviewed some poly people on my show.
You interviewed the Porter family.
Yeah, and it's a no judge zone. But for me personally, I couldn't do it. I feel like I would be too jealous. I just like attention on me. When it comes to my man, I like my man attention and only his attention. And so I couldn't share my man. I could not do it. My man is mine. That's how I feel about it.
Fair enough. Okay. Here's like a follow-up question. Do you think social media has made alternative relationship styles more popular?
I think so. I think celebrity influence has made it popular because, you know, at one point in time, celebrities was just messing around and cheating on their women. And you would hear about it and people would be like, oh, that's messed up, or, oh, okay, he a player for that or whatever. But it's like, it was still something hidden.
Yeah.
They wasn't just outright like, oh, I'm cheating, or I'm seeing multiple women. And then, I don't know, it just did a flip, and you see more and more like basketball players and singers talking about they got multiple girlfriends and the girls are okay with it. Mm-hmm. And like, I'm just like, whatever. So now like a lot of people do want that because they're saying, like, I feel like celebrities are making it popular and making it like okay to do the poly thing. So now you got more people open to do it. That's just my feelings on it.
Okay, fair enough. And you have a special announcement to announce. I know a lot of my fans that like my photography work with you are going to be devastated. Yeah, because I think the world should know this. You told me way back when, but since I finally got you here in the studio on this the Curiosity Exchange podcast here, so did I hear right when you told me that you're no longer taking scantily clad pictures showing your ass?
Yeah, you heard right.
That's some bullshit.
No more seeing the chocolate cheeks.
I like that, the chocolate cheeks.
Yeah, no more seeing it.
Hashtag chocolate cheeks.
Hashtag chocolate cheeks. But on a serious note, it's like I did all that. Like I've been there, done that. Like literally, we've done almost every type of photo shoot. I've done lingerie thousands of times. So many photo shoots of lingerie.
Yeah, I photographed you in lingerie.
Yeah, but I had another photographer that I used. I did a lingerie shoot with, and it was like feathers. Right? Oh. No, I had feathers.
Okay, I don't remember.
And the ass was out. I mean, I'm saying I've done a lot of stuff, so it's like they can go back to my old stuff and see that the butt done changed shape, but you can go and see all that. I just feel like, you know, it's an older me. Even though I'm still doing music, I'm doing what I want to do. Like, and I just remember like putting out music and having guys on my team. It was always like, you need to show some skin. You need to do this, you need to twerk, you need to do like, and it's like I am doing my own solo thing now, and I'm literally my own boss, and I do what I want, you know, and I feel like you could be so sexy and you don't have to even show no skin. It's like everybody is doing that now, so it's like what makes you different now? And yeah, you probably won't have a lot of likes, and you probably won't have a lot of people that might not even want to listen to it, but trust me, you can still dress up sexy without showing, you know, your cheeks and stuff, skin.
And what was the specific moment when you said, I'm done with that, as far as, you know?
It was after I dropped my EP, BAP, Big Ass Party. Shout out Diggs, Game Changers Music. It was after that, because it was a lot of ass being shown. I mean, damn, I did a video shoot. Shaking ass.
Shake that ass. Man.
Yeah,
that says it itself.
Yeah, I mean, I did a video shoot, and we did behind the scenes footage. We went to the graffiti wall and did some stuff. I can't even remember, but we did a whole campaign. I had the twerkers, and I had strippers campaigning with me. I was, like I said, I was doing my own thing. So after that, it's just like, and the songs were so good. The music was really good on Big Ass Party. I really enjoyed that EP, but I just felt like, you know what? I did all that. Like I still love to do my signature music, which is bounce and making you shake your ass, but I don't have to show like ass to do it. Like you can still be sexy. You can even do a little twerk, but that's not the main focus. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna see it already, so you don't have to do all that. So definitely, I don't know, when did I do Big Ass Party? Big Ass Party was about 3 years ago now.
Yeah, sounds about
So
right.
about 3 years ago. I mean, after about 3 years ago, I was like, you know what? After this EP, I'm just gonna be raw, like spitting some real stuff and not even just having to show skin like that. But I will still dress sexy.
Yeah, I mean, like the outfit you got on now, your cheeks ain't out, but it's sexy as hell. The people are gonna love the behind the scenes.
I mean, I'm always dress sexy.
Yeah,
Trust believe that. But
no one's gonna see the chocolate cheeks. No.
Yeah, no, the chocolate cheeks are put.
So
on.
no bikinis.
No bikinis.
No Daisy Dukes.
No Daisy Dukes. Now, if you catch me on the beach somewhere one day, because that's the only time I wear Daisy Dukes. Okay. Is if I'm on the beach. Cheeks
I'm gonna
will
be
be
messy.
Out.
If you text me like on a Saturday talking about, I'm at the beach with the family, I'm gonna go on Twitter like, she's at the beach, y'all better.
Yes, cheeks will. I ain't gonna lie, cheeks will be out at the beach, baby. Yes. How you doing?
What else for good? No thongs.
Heck no! I mean, especially at no beach. I mean, because at the
I just mean in general photo shoots. I'm just going through the thing. The kids on a random like beach. Yeah, they're not ready
thongs,
for that.
No thongs. Like that's
they ain't really hanging.
Yeah, that would require the cheeks to be out and exposed.
So as we record this, it's Thursday, June 11th. So just to be clear, and after this, I got maybe like one more question. We'll move on to the next topic. So. No 4th of July bikini shoot for America's 250th birthday. So that's out of the question.
That's out of the question. I mean, if you see me in a full piece, like with a boy short butt, like covers the entire butt.
Oh man, damn.
With them thongs, man. I'm good on that. Yeah, them days.
I know somebody out there is gonna be like. So what's the point of her having all that ass and not showing it from time to time?
It's a lot of point. It's a whole lot of point. It is. Don't take it there with me.
I'm just saying, wait till people start commenting in the comments. You gotta go in.
Just because you have a big old booty don't mean that you just gotta always keep it on display like that. Like I think the sexiest woman or the sexiest women are the ones that they got a body, and not that they trying to hide it, but I'm talking about you might see sis in some joggers and a crop top, and you be like in your mind like, damn, or you might even say, hey, you look nice, but she not even doing too much, so you can just imagine that she went to a rooftop in a badass outfit that the body is stupid, right?
Yeah. But
it's something about women that can just do it all, and you ain't got to show all that unless you want to. I just think that's a superpower almost. I mean, because everybody is going to always expect you to show your ass off because you got a big butt.
That's a good point, too.
I mean, I don't know. After a while, you too old for that. Like I said, I got a trail.
Yeah, we got enough.
Ass pictures.
Yeah, I mean, just between you and I mean, we got enough material with your cheeks out there, and we can recycle those periodically for different holidays or social media trends or whatever that we don't need to do another one, but I just gotta let the people know out there, because eventually people are gonna ask, people are gonna notice, like, hold on, she ain't showed the cheeks in a while, what's going up? And we can reference this episode where you decide to hang up the thong.
Yeah, if y'all want to see some ass, go to Shake That Ass video on YouTube, Miss Blue, MZ
or
Blue.
Go to my photography page, because I got all the behind the scenes from the shoots we did.
Photography page too,
Barry Media, YouTube.
Them walkaways.
Oh, yes.
Baby, where the cheeks used to be. I saw one the other day in a brown bodysuit, and I was like, well, I used to do the craziest stuff. Can you imagine the people that was at the park when we would be filming?
Oh yeah, I know they were looking at.
I was such an obnoxious asshole with my ass all out at a public park, walking like it was like nothing going on.
That confidence, man, I love it.
I was a mess, man, for real.
Oh, those were the days, man.
Yes, they were good times.
But no one came in hated though. People would say you look good, or people just pull out their phones and start recording or whatever.
Everybody was on board. It's just so funny. Just thinking about it, like, this girl is really walking around with her ass out like that. And just, hey, how y'all doing?
Right.
I was so nice about it.
You gotta be, yeah. So let's address the elephant in the room.
Ooh, because I see him too.
Yeah. The Kevin Hart roast. So the roast of Kevin Hart. The controversy.
Start with that one. Yikes.
Yeah, we're going to start with that one. So What were your thoughts on the controversy surrounding the Kevin Hart roast?
Wow. I was disappointed. I think there is I know comedy is like they say, nothing is off limits, but where does your human characteristics shine through? And I just thought that the George Floyd jokes just wasn't tasteful. And then the guy who said the jokes, the comedian that made the joke, he wasn't funny at all.
Gotcha.
Wasn't shit funny about what that man said. I watched it a couple of times just to make sure, and nothing that he said was funny. He was so dry. It's like you could tell he was reading anyway.
Like a teleprompter.
Yeah, you could tell he was reading that. I don't even know if that's his joke, because he said it. He even sounded uncomfortable when he said the joke. If you listen, he didn't even sound like he really wanted to say that. I mean, it just seemed like it was political. And the higher ups thought that was something to be funny, but I do believe in Hollywood rituals. And I feel like that might have been a ritual. When I thought about it, I was like, you know what? Because what made me think that, I would have thought that at first, right? Until he said he called Steven Jackson. Now, you're a comedian and you make a joke. You don't give a damn who mama, daddy, sister, brother mad about it. You're not going to call... Well, Steven Jackson is not the biological brother, but he's a basketball player that's been helping. And he was like a brother to the family, or George Floyd. He stepped up once he passed away. Yeah. But you don't owe it to him to apologize, right? Yeah. Unless someone said, "Hey, you have no choice. You got to do this." So now I'm gonna go talk to him so he won't be mad at me. And if I get him on board with me, then I don't care about nobody else. It just sounded like it was a Hollywood ritual. It really do.
Let me ask you, it's a Hollywood ritual for who? The comedian who said the joke, or Kevin Hart? All of them, or both?
It was a Hollywood ritual for Kevin Hart. Okay. I mean, that's the roast of Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is doing really big things, first off. Yeah. I will never cancel Kevin Hart. Okay. So I definitely don't want people to hear this and think that I'm canceling people. I'm not a part of cancel culture. I do like Kevin Hart. I think that in movies, and I love when he impersonates women. I think he's hilarious when he does that. But I just didn't. I was disappointed in the joke because I felt like it was no reason and no need for that joke. It didn't fit anything. It wasn't a theme. Yeah. Y'all talking about deceased people, and nothing is funny about that. And I think that I would have just liked for it not to have been said, and him to have thought of something else, or put his foot down and said, "Nah, I'm not gonna do that." But because when Hollywood tell you to do something, when you're a part of certain teams or certain circles, then you have to do it. And I felt like, when he made the call to Steven Jackson, I see what this was. It's a little deeper than what me, you, and the average person who don't know about conspiracies can see.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. So where should comedians draw the line, if anywhere?
I'm going to just be real and raw. Mm-hmm.
Please.
You don't have to draw the line, right? Okay. If your job is comedian, just like the person who family you talking about don't have to draw the line on whooping your ass if they saw you in person. So if you talk about one of my kids because you're a comedian and I know you or whatever, and everybody thought it's funny, you might talk about my kid mental problem or just something that's going on with one of my kids that you knew about, or maybe it's visible and you can see it. You don't have to spare me and my kids, you don't. But when I see you in person, because you took it there and you talking about my family, and I don't play when it comes to my family, you be prepared, because I'm going to want all the smoke. Ooh. I'm going to want all the smoke. And so you should be okay with it. And I feel like that's with comedians. Say what you want, but if that man's family stepped up or seen Kevin Hart and was like having an attitude and was mad, and it was a squabble, you can't get mad. Because just like you can't get mad because you made the joke, you can't get mad how someone takes that. It's not, some stuff not funny to everybody, especially when it's your family. So that's what I'm gonna just say, that it's a cause and effect type of situation with comedians. You know what I'm saying? It's just like they the same way. If you're talking about their mama, they might sit up there and say, "Oh, it's comedy." Trust and believe, you might have to get your one when you see them in person, because it's still somebody's mama. They mama might not be here today, and you talking about somebody deceased husband or deceased, you know what I'm saying? I just think it's tacky.
So basically, in other words, it's kind of like what D.L. Hughley said on Vlad TV. You have the freedom of speech, but everything you say come with consequences.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I say. It's the consequences of you getting your ass whooped.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you can talk about my family because that's your job, but if I feel a certain type of way that you went too far and I see you in the streets, just know.
Okay, that
Miss Blue want all the smoke.
That leads me to the next question. Are people becoming too sensitive, or are some jokes generally crossing the line?
People been sensitive, first off. People been too sensitive. Hell, we almost lost Dave Chappelle because people were sensitive.
Yeah.
With, you know, the trans jokes and stuff like that. So people are really sensitive. But I think that certain jokes, like this one, let's just stick with this one, draws the line because we already as black people have it hard. It's like nobody like black people. It's like, why? I don't understand. It's so much hate on one race, and it's the craziest thing to me. And it's like we already suffer. We protested. I remember I went out there. We were protesting too about rights and equality and stuff like that. Oh, you didn't do that protest with me. I went with someone.
Yeah, I think I had to work or something.
Yeah, but I went out there myself as a person and protested about Black Lives Matter. Because that matters. That matters.
That
to
was
me.
your ex.
Thank you so much. That's
yeah, I
crazy.
went downtown.
Yeah,
I lived
we
downtown
went
at the time, but I was at work.
protested.
Yeah.
So like, you talking about a distasteful joke that wasn't funny at all about a man passing away. Someone, a cop, putting his foot on this man's neck till he couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
And that's not funny. Like, I don't care how you try to, I'm a comedian, this and that. That shit wasn't funny. It wasn't funny. And at least, if you're gonna say the shit, please have some type of comic tone or be funny. He was dry and he was not funny. He said it in like a very evil way. Yeah. And nothing was funny about that. So yeah, like,
yeah.
I didn't.
So
like
do you think comedy should be protected even when it makes people uncomfortable?
Protected? Mm-hmm. No, I told you what I think. I think that if you talk about people or a group of people and you be prepared for the consequences, if that means getting your ass whooped and drugged across the parking lot pavement and your wig peeled back, you told that joke. So everything you say got a consequence. It's just like this, right? Yeah. Have you ever seen in interviews where people do what me and you do? We're podcasting, radio, right? Yeah. And not me personally, but you're talking about a celebrity, right? Mm-hmm. You're talking about a celebrity. And, I got the perfect example. Remember the time with Charlamagne and Breakfast Club? They always was talking shit about Birdman. Always talking shit about Birdman. Every time I looked up, I'm not going to lie, they was always talking shit about Birdman. But I was just like, damn, that's kind of crazy. Like, what is the people Birdman? Birdman ain't never said nothing about none of them, right? But the day that you drop your guards as people, we drop our guards. And you think like, oh, I said that like a year ago. Ain't nobody checking for me. He went in the studio. He was so quiet, and I knew in my mind on that episode, I was like, damn, Birdman acting funny. Like, he was real, like, funny acting. And when he said, keep my name out your mouth and respect me and stuff like that.
Put respect on my name.
Yeah, put respect on my name. And he meant that. And Charlamagne looked scared, but you're not running your mouth. What happened to that shit now? Now you quiet. You're not running your mouth now, but you had so much to say about that man. And my thing is, like, when he stood up, had he started swinging, if he tore up some stuff, that's the consequence that the Breakfast Club, Charlamagne had to face, because you should be able to have the right to say what you want, but as a human, you should individually know when you're going too far. But when you don't want to, you can't get mad at somebody else who says, you know what, I'm offended, let's fight. Yeah. Or I'm offended, I'm going to sue you. You know, people get sued for slander and defamation of character as well.
Yeah, and to add on to your point, another one, Monique, Charlamagne had gave Monique Donkey of the Day. I forgot what it was for. Then Monique came on the Breakfast Club. I remember that. And Monique waited, like she did the interview, answered questions, whoop-de-woo, but then Monique didn't forget, and she was like, you wrong for putting me Donkey of the Day. Why'd you do that? You don't know the whole story, blah, blah, blah. And he was quiet.
He always
apologized,
quiet.
you know?
Yeah, but so don't apologize. Like, I want to talk about what you're saying. Like, don't, you know, I don't get people, but that's my only thing. Like, say what you want, but trust and believe. be ready to have a smoke. If you're gonna be that person that's messy, if you're gonna be that comedy that don't draw the line, and the human don't kick in the human instinct to say, nah, I better not say that. I wouldn't want nobody to say that to my brother, my daddy. Then yeah, you got to be prepared for the smoke.
This the last. I want to end it on this. My biggest thing that I can't wrap my head around is that it was the roast of Kevin Hart. So what did George Floyd have to do with it anyway? The joke should be targeted on Kevin Hart or other people that were on the dais. Like, what did George Floyd have to do? Like, and I even did research. Like, okay, maybe Kevin and George know each other. They didn't go to school because George Floyd is from here in Houston. He went to Jack Yates High School. And I think he did a little time in college at TSU. So it's like, they didn't cross paths. So why did the dude even mention George Floyd anyway? Like, just to be mean or whatever, like you said, if it was a ritual and they just told them to do it, like, hey, this is what we wrote, you're going to say it if you want to move to the next level. But
I mean, because it's a lot of stuff allegedly that he's done to go to the next level, but I won't speak on that.
Yeah, fair enough.
I just know that my boy Cat Williams, just watch some of his stuff and he'll tell you. I'm serious. Because he keeps it 1,000, but I'm sure that he got paid a handsome price for that joke.
Jokes, yeah. Moving on to the next topic. Did you hear about Chaka Khan? So Chaka Khan did an interview, and this is what she said that I think you'll find interesting being a female rap artist. These women are doing any and every damn thing on stage, and the ones who are doing the most physicalities with their butts and their body parts are the ones that usually are compensating for what they don't have. Hearing that quote, what's your first reaction?
When you say Chaka Khan, that's like old.
Yeah, that's
time. No shade.
Yeah.
But I mean, she had a big booty too.
Chaka always been thick.
Show a lot of skin, but she was sexy too. I think back then, to me, I would consider her sexy. That was old times. That was you can't really compare the female rappers back then to the ones now. I will say that times have changed, to be fair. Back then, video women were the ones that were showing their butts and stuff like that. Rappers, no, they were not. Singers, not so much. But the girls nowadays, I will say that there are a lot of girls that do have had their body work, but they go hard. Nicki Minaj, Lotto, Cardi B, Summer Walker, just to name a few.
Okay.
They've openly admitted to having work done, and I think they're really talented. So I don't know. I kind of disagree with that. I think that sex sells. Sex sells. I have told you that.
Yeah, we said
I have said that on my platform. I would be fake today if I didn't my own self put on some booty shorts or, oh my goodness, when I used to go perform on stage, my outfits were, very short.
Man, I hate I never got to see you on stage. You would have had all my money.
Yeah, and anybody know me, I used to have a twerker come on stage with me and I would twerk with her. No, I'm serious. Like, people was like, damn, like, okay. So I know sex sells, so I'm not going to sit up here and just be like, oh, they're showing their ass and they shouldn't be doing that. As long as you got the talent, it's the ones for me that got just body and they suck at rapping, and that's all they're doing is showing their body, because there's so many women that had to go hard and had to pay the way, and you just showing ass and you suck. You can't write, you can't stay on tune. There are a few of those, but it's a lot more now that got the body done, understand sex sells, playing the game, and are really talented young ladies.
So do you think, so is there too much emphasis on sex appeal in today's music industry?
It's going to always be emphasis on sex, yes. It's just, that's the way the cookie crumble, okay? Sex sells. Get over it. Like, not saying to you, but like for people that's listening out there, like if you sitting up here thinking that sex is not gonna sell, sex sells. I don't give a damn if it's a workout ad. It's gonna probably be a woman with a nice, really tight stomach, boobs probably gonna be out in her halter top, her butt, is she gonna have a nice ass. The man, he's gonna have his muscles showing, so you're gonna see his arms and stuff like that. His stomach gonna be out. That's sex selling.
I see that all the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
yeah,
stop
I see it all the time in the
stop.
bodybuilding
Like,
fitness
yeah,
community.
like people need to stop acting like they new to this. Like, this is a sex crave generation of people, for one. And so, yeah, like, people want to see sexiness. Even if you don't even have to show your bare skin. Just be in a very sexy dress that show your silhouette, and people will just be like, oh my goodness. So, yeah, sex sells. It's always been an overemphasis. It will always be an overemphasis, and that's just what it is and how it is.
Okay. Do talented artists sometimes get overlooked because shock value gets more attention?
Yeah, I mean, talented artists get overlooked all the time because of that. I mean, and unfortunately, it's a very competitive market. Mm-hmm. You have to continuously
There's a lot of female rappers out there now.
There's a lot of female rappers, but you can't be worried about what somebody else do. My thing is, like, find your tribe of people, find your fan base, and put out into those people. And those people will follow you, and those people will like you, and those people will go to war about you. Just stop doing what you see Lotto or what you see Cardi or Nicki or somebody else doing. Just do what feel good for you. Find your fan base, and then that's how you make your own money. You know what I'm saying? But I think that a lot of the time, I think not having money and for a budget stops artists more than just shock factor. That's just the truth.
Okay.
Yeah.
And last question here before we move on to the next thing. If Chaka Khan was sitting here right now, what would you ask her?
Oh, if Chaka Khan was sitting by me now, I would probably ask her, how does she feel the state of R&B has gone, like, since her time doing music to now? Like, who are some of the artists, the new artists that she listened to in R&B music, or how much has it changed from her point of view? That's probably what I would ask.
Actually, I got one more question. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you good.
Okay. Who are some female entertainers today that you think deserve more recognition for their talent?
Artists? Mm-hmm. Oh, I like Tink.
Okay.
She's with Timbaland. She should have been, like, really just blown up. She's singing, rapping. I don't understand what's going on with that, but she's not one to just show everything either.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of people that I know right offhand. I'm sure it's some hidden gems that I don't even know of.
Got you.
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'll say this to wrap up this segment. I see where Chaka is coming from, and even me as a man, like, okay, earlier this year, Cardi B had her tour, right? Cardi B is, great at what she does, but all of the video that I saw that came up across social media, people with their camera phones and stuff at her performances, I wasn't listening to the music. I'm like, God damn, this little tiny thing got a fat ass. I'm sorry, I'm looking like, damn, I'm like, wow, that outfit, damn, that outfit. Wow, she ain't got nothing on. The cheeks are just out, man. I hope no one brought their kids to this concert,
I mean, that would be their fault.
Well, yeah, that'd be their fault, but it's still like, dang, how you explain that to? No one should be bringing their kids to a Cardi B concert anyway. But you got some parents that are super liberal and want their kids to know everything except all 50 states. But like we had to do when we grew up. But I digress from that. But I mean, I kind of see where Chaka is coming from on that, because sometimes I'm like, golly. But moving on to the next topic. Thoughts on the Michael Jackson biopic, Michael. How excited were you about the movie?
Oh, man. I was really excited. I'm a diehard Michael Jackson fan, and I was super excited that Jafar, a nephew, was playing it. They could have got any impersonator, but when they said nephew, I was like, whose son is that? Like, I'm going through the sons and trying to find out whose son is that. But I thought it was really good. I was scared to see it, because I knew I was going to cry. And, I listen to his music almost every day, but it's still not the same as seeing his life and stuff like that. But I thought the movie was great. I think Jafar did an amazing job impersonating Michael. And I knew when the tears came, I couldn't control them. And, I just allowed myself to cry. Okay. But I really liked it. I really loved it.
So would you say as a biopic it was better than Ray?
I'm biased as hell. It's Michael Jackson.
But you know, like the acting and stuff, you say like Ray was or
I'm
you
sorry.
say they equal, or
I'm such a Michael Jackson fan.
Okay.
He gonna trump everybody. I don't.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Ray,
No, okay,
Ray
no.
was good. Jamie Foxx was amazing too.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Michael Jackson, nobody compares to
No,
me.
and the reason I said because a lot of people have been asking that on their various podcasts, and now that you said it, a lot of people have said that Michael beats Ray, even though Ray is still iconic
just
and
it's
Oscar
Michael
and
Jackson.
stuff.
I love
but-
that man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, what were your expectations heading into the film?
Man, my expectations was I just wanted to see Michael, like, because don't get me wrong, my favorite Michael Jackson movie of all time is the Jackson 5 An American Dream, and that goes, that was the first one about the brothers, the entire family. Like, that was so fun to see how they really came about. Man, Tito, boy, if it weren't for Tito, I don't even know if it would be a Michael Jackson. I say that because he broke the strings on Joe's guitar. Right. So with that being said, I just my expectations was them focusing more so on Michael solo career, which they did.
Okay.
Highlighting some of his most popular songs, which they did, and just I was hoping that his nephew really impersonated him really well, you know, and it wasn't just too out of touch. And when I saw it, I just was like, whoa. Some point, if you close your eyes, you would swear Michael Jackson was really talking.
Damn. Okay.
That was Jafar. He did an amazing job. He really did.
Nice.
Yes.
So do you think it's possible to tell Michael Jackson's story fairly?
Is it possible? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think they did a.
You think this film did that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think they did, because I feel like that negative shit that people wanted to hear and all that. I get so tired of that because, you know, some of the people tried to kill themselves for being told to coerce into lying on that man.
Yeah.
And the victims came out and said that a lot of them don't even talk to their own family, mothers and fathers, for lying on that man. And y'all still with the crazy stuff and running with this sick, twisted narrative. So yeah, I think that they did exactly what they were supposed to do and highlight the good parts of everything that he did, the humanitarian, and just, even though he wanted to do his own solo career, this man still did the last tour with his brothers, like the last brother tour. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, get off the gas. Like, it's definitely, I think they definitely did good by showcasing the positives on Michael Jackson.
So what's your favorite Michael Jackson era?
My favorite Michael Jackson era has to be Billie Jean. That's in the early 80s.
Okay.
So when he first did the moonwalk was, what, 83? And the crazy part about it is I was born in 83. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, like, I was a Michael Jackson fan in the womb. Like my mom said, when Michael Jackson would come on, I would listen, I would be moving and dancing.
Okay.
And so it's
Our
crazy.
babies can hear through the womb.
Yeah. Because that's when, in the 80s, you know, Michael Jackson was pretty much, well, you know, he did stuff with his brother, but he was like really solo. So yeah, that would make sense that my favorite era is that that Billie Jean era.
Okay. So what's one thing about Michael Jackson that younger generations don't fully appreciate?
Him being a humanitarian, how he gave back to the community. I mean, that's, when you think about Michael Jackson, on top of the amazing music, you think about how he always helped people, countries. Yeah. It just didn't stop. Like, the man just was always wanting to help and give back. I mean, I think just young people knowing that part about him is so important.
Okay. See, do you think the movie will help introduce his legacy to a new audience?
Absolutely. On top of me and my daughter, she's 8. I tell her about Michael Jackson. I teach her myself. But I saw kids her age, and I saw other kids talking about Michael Jackson and singing Michael Jackson, and I just, like, I don't know, like, I love that. Like, I definitely feel like the younger generation got to watch Michael Jackson and say, like, oh my goodness, like, I know someone's child who didn't know, was a Michael Jackson fan but never saw a movie on him.
Yeah.
And she cried so hard, this kid, because she was like, she said, I cried when he got beat by Joe. But an older Michael Jackson fan, me, I know that you know
Yeah,
how
we
he
all
was.
knew that.
But now these kids see that, you know what I'm saying? And like, oh man, I feel so sad. So with that being said, yeah, I definitely think this movie opened up the doors for the younger generation to appreciate Michael Jackson.
And kids need to understand too that back in the day, like it is now, parents beat their kids, whoop their kids. We had it rough. Now that's frowned upon to get a parent and CPS and stuff.
Yeah, but you know what's so crazy is that the law enforcement can whoop your ass, whoop your kid's ass. But they can put their foot on your kid's neck. They can punch your kid. They can body slam your kid. But if you whoop your own kid's ass, it's a problem. Like, make it make sense.
That's a cool.
I don't get it. Like,
I didn't think about it like that, but
I do, because that's the type of stuff I talk about. I think in my mind, and I even thought back then, like when I would discipline my kids in the public, if you're knocking something down, you're gonna get your behind spanked, and you will see people go. You will go see a Karen, go tell. And
the security guard or something.
And a cop will come up to me and I'm like, yeah, I spanked his ass because he knocked that shelf down. And if I don't do it, what you think you gonna do 10, 15 years from now? The man said, you know what, you right, ma'am. So he turned his head. And I told my son, I'll do it again. I don't care about you calling no cops on me because you acting a fool and you getting disciplined. But it's just a double standard. It's just the craziest thing. But yeah, we come from a generation of ass whoopers.
Oh yeah, absolutely. My parents did not.
My dad's favorite saying was, "It'll make you stronger."
Yeah, my parents whooped me many a day. Last question here before we move on to the next segment. If you could ask Michael Jackson one question, what would it be?
If I could ask Michael Jackson one question, I would like to know if Michael Jackson wasn't a famous musician, what would he truly enjoy doing? Because I think music is like he was born into it. His brothers did it. He wanted to do it, and it's almost like he had no choice, even though he was talented. But sometimes I think that he wanted to do something else, or he wished he could be someone else. And I wish I knew who that was. I don't think
that's a good question.
Zoned into that.
So I know you're the biggest Michael Jackson fan I know. So I guess no reporter in all the interviews he's done, no one's ever asked him that?
No, people know that he liked to draw.
Yeah.
You know what? I always saw people telling Michael what he did and like. That's what I saw. People interviewing, being messy, interviewing about his personal life, and people always focused on his love. Did he have sex and just the stupidest stuff. No one really took the time to ask him what makes him happy. Like, what would you do, Michael? Like, if you didn't become a musician, it would have been fun to get that on camera. Maybe he told somebody and we didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
that's a dope question to ask him. Yeah,
I would have liked to know that.
Yeah. So I guess I gotta see the movie while it's still in theaters. I mean, I have not seen it, but I've heard great things about it. Everybody I know,
I cried, man.
Everybody I know, and I'm not talking about just random people out there on social media, but people who I know personally that have seen it. Everybody loved it. And everybody's telling me, it's like, dude, this is not a movie you want to wait to come on streaming. Like, go out, support, see it. So
and I loved how Michael Jackson fans showed up. I saw Thriller jackets. I saw the penny loafers, white socks, gloves. I was just like, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna cry. Like this is such an amazing moment to be a Michael Jackson fan. So,
nice.
Yeah.
So last segment here, I want to ask you your thoughts on the former HPD officer Ashley Gonzalez. But before I do, let me bring people up to speed in case they don't know what's going on here. So Ashley Gonzalez is a former Houston Police Department officer. She was fired over a viral social media video where she used racial slurs and stated she would target black people, specifically on 911 calls. Following her termination, she appealed her firing, and the Harris County District Attorney's Office is reviewing her past criminal cases for potential bias. So that's the long story short for anyone who hasn't heard the story. So what's your reaction to the entire Ashley Gonzalez situation? When you heard this, what was your reaction?
Oh, you know what? I just be saying, like, I'm just keeping it 1,000. So, like, if people get offended, you know what I'm saying, I kind of apologize, but then again, I mean what I say. I didn't go crazy. I didn't get all upset about it. I didn't get I didn't get offended by it. I feel like most of them talk like that about us behind our back. Even some of your friends that's another race probably talk about you behind your back. I just feel like it was another like, oh, that's how they feel about us. I mean, I'm glad that she got, what, did she get reprimanded or?
Oh, they terminated her. She gone.
She got fired, so yeah. But
she's
I heard
she's trying to appeal it and going after back pay and all that
yeah,
kind of stuff.
but I heard another department somewhere else said that she might be able to work for them, from what I heard on social media.
No, I think you get confused because what came out this week is that, backstory, she served a couple of years in the military. She was in the Army, if I don't believe. So there's a cop in Chicago that worked with her in the military, right? So he's seen her rants on social media, and he's the whistleblower that emailed HPD and is like, hey, y'all might need to check this girl out who I used to work with in the Army at XYZ platoon, because she's saying a whole bunch of messed up stuff. Long story short. So they found out now how HPD even found out about it. So someone from her own platoon turned her in.
I just feel like, join the fan club of people that hate on black folks. I mean, at this point, it's a lot of hate and jealousy. Like, you either wishing that you could be black at this point, or you wishing that it's something about us that you really admire. Because it's not possible that everybody have a problem with one race. And in terms of her, I just feel like, how many black women face do you be in pretending that you like them? They be running the social media, but I'm sure you probably, in front of black women, you probably act like you were so cool with them. Because you come on, like, a lot of people just be doing shit for social media. Like, some stuff I'm not even, like, planning to. Like I said, everybody was so mad, but again, they do, this is how they feel about us. A lot of them. We're going to forever be mad. I'm glad she was fired because, if you're a cop and you're saying that means you're targeting black people all the time. People got cases, people getting pulled over just because you don't like them because the color of their skin, and you don't need to be in that profession. I do agree with that.
Yeah.
But as far as just like, as a black woman, I just realized like that's just another person that hate us and that's jealous and got issues within themselves and trauma, and I feel sorry for her. But that don't do nothing for me. I love being black. You know what I'm saying? I feel sorry that she is ignorant like that, and it is what it is.
Okay. Do stories like this impact public trust in law enforcement?
Yeah. I don't think black people trust many cops anyway. White cops especially. Yeah, it's definitely.
And she is Latino,
or
that's the
Hispanic.
thing. Like,
or Hispanic.
You
and
brown.
It's sad because I'm going to say this though, like, and I have to be real though. I think it's just certain people that's just sick, and certain individuals. Where I'm at in my neighborhood, it's a predominantly white area. And it has Spanish people too. And it has a few blacks, right? I could tell you most of the times that I was supposed to get a ticket, the ticket was dismissed. And a lot of the cops that dismissed them were Hispanic and black cops. Yeah. So I don't think that all Spanish people is ignorant like her. I don't think that. That's why it's like, I don't get mad at the whole entire race. I got mad, or I might not like that individual because I think that person is sick. But I can honestly say I haven't had that issue with the Hispanic police officers that I know. I honestly didn't. Like, I've had some fun conversations. I've had some, you know what, I'm just gonna let you go. Don't worry about it. One of them, I told you one time, they changed my license plate. It was out, and I hadn't changed it, and I was supposed to get a ticket for it. And he was like, let me change it for you so you won't get in trouble. I'm not even giving you a ticket. So everybody not ignorant like that. I think that was just her, and I'm glad she was fired.
Same here, likewise. So how important is accountability when public officials are involved in controversy?
I mean, accountability is accountability. I mean, if it doesn't matter if you're in law enforcement, it doesn't matter if you just a civilian or whatever the case, you should be accountable for your actions. You should be accountable. Like if the cops is a brother and sisterhood, so they should all be held accountable when one acts up, because one bad apple spoils the entire tree, and that's real. That's real. So yeah, you gotta hold each other accountable when you see somebody doing stuff like that. It's not cool. You know what I'm saying? And then everything she did needs to go back and be audited. Especially when it comes to black people, because I don't trust that.
Yeah. They're supposed to be doing that from what I heard. They got, you know, and that sucks because like HPD is a huge organization. They got so many other things to worry about. So now you got to pull people away to look back at all of her cases to go through. It's like, hey, was this legit or this was BS? And if it was BS, then you got to fix that person's record. And if they're currently serving time, you got to let them go. You got to expunge their record. And they got to get a little bit of compensation. You know?
Can you imagine her being a detective?
Ooh,
she would have been planting stuff on type of.
Thank God she was just a street cop, I think. Yeah. What conversations should communities be having about situations like this?
I mean, they should be having when something like this happens. HPD. This is just my opinion. I think an HPD officer that's Spanish should talk publicly and let the community know that not all of them feel that way.
Yeah.
That's how you hold someone accountable. That's how you get the trust in the community. You have a Spanish officer say, hey, what she said was not cool. We're gonna make sure she's reprimanded and fired, because we don't all feel like that.
Yeah.
We don't have a problem with black people, and we don't want black people to have a problem with us and think that we're like that. That's how you hold yourself accountable, and these are the words that needs to be spoken when something like that takes place. And it doesn't matter if it's a black officer who's talking crap about white people. They need to have that black officers come up and talk to the community so that white people can have trust in the black officers and not feel like that they are a target. It goes both ways.
I like that. So, final question here. Do you think social media helps uncover these stories or makes it harder to find the truth?
Man, social media, let me tell you something. Shout out to the camera people that be filming this shit. Because we wouldn't know nothing. They would hide stuff they would sweep it under the rug, baby. We wouldn't know nothing about it. So yes, I feel like social media shines a very loud light camera on what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's really important that people are filming a lot of these instances that take place. Even, you know, we talked about this, but even with the George Floyd, someone was filming that day. Had that person not filmed it, and even the cop was trying to knock the camera or and fight with that person, like argue with that person, put the camera down. Had we never had got that footage to see exactly what happened, they would have told us anything. They would have lied all on that man. But it literally zoomed in and showed us how that man was sticking his kneecap in that man's neck. And yeah, so I'm glad that social media shines a light on you know, issues like this in the community. How else would we know they're not going to tell the truth about it?
Good point. So as we close out here, I'm going to start a new segment called Rapid Fire. I'm going to ask you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 questions, and just say the first thing come to mind. Don't think about it, just go. You ready?
Okay.
Rapid Fire 1. Most overrated celebrity.
Drake.
Most underrated entertainer.
Entertainer, like singer, rapper?
It just says entertainer, so I guess however you want to interpret it.
Ooh, I can't think. Let's come back to that. I can't
Okay.
think.
One trend you wish would disappear.
Sagging, pants sagging. I can't stand it. Ugh, I can't stand it. Stop it. Put your pants on your ass. Okay.
I agree with that. One thing people take too seriously.
One thing people take too seriously? I don't know.
Okay, we'll come back to it. One thing people don't take seriously enough.
Respect.
Okay, that's a good one. Favorite Houston artist of all time.
Oh, not favorite Houston artist of all time. Oh, that's a tough. Beyonce.
Okay. I'll do them better. Okay, you can pick a male and a female. So
Okay.
that's your female. So who's your male?
Oh my goodness, a male of all time. Of all time. Oh, that's a tough one. I love all my Houston people.
Okay, fair enough.
I love
What's
all my
something Miss Boo believes that usually gets her in trouble?
My mouth. Just saying shit.
I
got damn be quiet.
But specifically, what's something that you believe that gets you in trouble?
I said how I feel. Like, I be like, I'm not going to say it, but I'm going to say it. Because why did you do that? I don't like that. That was stupid. Just the way I be saying stuff.
Okay, fair enough.
That's the truth.
Did you want to go back to the most underrated entertainer question?
The most underrated entertainer of all time. I mean, he passed away maybe?
It doesn't say, so I guess however
I think Gerald Levert, man. They be making me mad not saying nothing about my boy. That man had some hits.
Yeah.
A voice like no other. Yeah, I'm going to say Gerald Levert, most
Okay.
underrated. I don't like that.
Okay. Okay. So looking at everything happening in the world right now, what's one message you want people to leave this episode with?
There's so much stuff going on. I mean,
Yes, indeed.
You know, you just have to almost excuse people for being ignorant. And just know that everybody wasn't raised like you. There are some people walking around that are here in the flesh and we can see them, but they're really a demon. They don't have no soul. We're walking amongst some very evil people. And once you know that, you'll understand that most of the human interactions are demons passing and using humans as a vessel. So you have to be mindful when arguing and fighting, and don't get hurt or don't hurt someone, because a lot of the time they're demons. And then once you go back, a lot of people don't even know what they did. You'll hear somebody saying, "I didn't even do that," or "I didn't even say that," and you're like, "Yes, you did." Like we're walking around among some wicked people. And I just think everybody needs to be safe and just put on a armor of God and really just walk with faith, because we need it. I don't want to be scary and just sound like, preachy. My mom was a pastor, but I'm telling y'all, it's some really sick, twisted people out here, and you have to be safe. You have to know who you are as a person, and you have to stand firm and true in your beliefs, because I'm telling you, they out to get you.
Well said. And that's why I have a policy myself now that I don't argue with people anymore. I say, I say my part, and if a person don't want to, there's a difference between having a logical adult conversation, discussion, and then an argument. No, I don't argue with people. I would have a logical adult conversation. You say your part, I say my part. Right. We could agree to disagree and go about business. But no, I don't argue with people no more. It's like, okay, you want to do that, and you believe it, I'll go about my business.
Yeah, I try. I haven't had any altercations, but I mean, of course, you might have to check somebody, because I feel like people get so mad that you got boundaries. I noticed that people get so mad.
I told you my story in my day job.
Yeah, it's a boundary. What do you mean? If you too close, back up. What are you doing? If someone say they don't like something, they don't feel comfortable, common sense, you should just know not to do it. But people are mad at you right now. Someone is mad at you because you had a boundary. You didn't disrespect them. You just said, "Hey, I don't like when you do that. Cut it out." And now you're the big bad wolf. It's the weirdest times right now to be.
Yeah, I won't go too much into details because we got to get out of here and go eat. And I know how cranky you get when you don't have nothing to eat. She gets like the Hulk, people.
Clock
you
don't
want to see the Hulk get angry. You don't want to see Miss Blue get
Blue
get
smash.
hungry.
That's what my son said.
You don't want to see Miss Blue get hungry. But remember I told you about what happened at work, how my coworker got an attitude with me because he came to me wanting to talk about politics, knowing that I don't talk about politics at work. And then when I tell him, I ain't going to put his name up there. When I say, "Hey, guy, I don't care.
Yep.
And he gets an attitude with me and tells me something and then walks off. It's like the audacity.
Yeah.
And you start the conversation saying, hey, Ish, I know you don't talk politics, but blah, 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 blah. And I just look at him like, dude, I don't care. That's literally what I said to him. And then he looks at me, gets the attitude, says some snarky stuff, and walks off. Like, really? And it's a dude that's 30-something years old staying at home with his parents. You don't even know what it's like to pay a fucking bill. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But I digress from that. But to your point, though, yeah, people need to respect people's boundaries. So how can people find you on all of the socials? You got a lot of them.
Yeah, just all you got to do is put in the Miss Blue Show.
Okay.
MZ Blue, the Miss Blue Show. And all my stuff will pop up. Like, you'll find me on Twitter. I'm on Threads, Facebook, and Instagram. The Miss Blue Show.
Nice. And us here at the Curiosity Exchange podcast, we are everywhere under TCE_show. That's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. And if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you're listening to us on one of the podcast platforms, preferably Amazon Music, Apple Podcast, or Spotify, please like, share, give us a 5-star review so we can move up in the rankings so more people can find us. And as always, everyone, take care of yourselves and each other. We are out of here.
All right.
All right.